Ah, finally something new again. Well, I'm sure that everybody has, in some way or another, dreamed of a game like this.
Graffiti Kingdom!
Spore, but earlier and better, meets Pokemon meets some kind of Mario 64 type platformer. Welcome to Let's Play Graffiti Kingdom. Some weird darn game. It's based off of a very nice, original, interesting concept.
Long time ago, well over 1,000 years ago, the peaceful Canvas Kingdom was suddenly transformed into a sea of chaos and fear by an evil devil. And out of the devil, God bestowed a few brave warriors with the power of graffiti and instructed them to use it against the evil one. Thanks to the brave warriors, the devil was defeated and sealed deep within the city underground to never rise again. Much time has passed, and today's citizens of Canvas Kingdom believe the power of graffiti to be all but a myth. Prince Pixel! Prince Pixel! Prince Pixel!
He was not in the pantry, sir.
Did you search the balcony?
He does not seem to be anywhere in the town, sir.
Good. That means she is still within the palace gates. Keep searching.
Why bother? He will come back as soon as he gets hungry.
That's true.
What are you two dawdling for? Start searching!
Yes, sir.
He has been pretty hard to find today, hasn't he?
Wherever he is hiding, he has hid there before. He will be found soon.
That is true. It is almost time for tea after all.
Yes, the lip syncing sucks. That's just an issue with the English dub of this game. Cinematography in general isn't all that good, but the crappy voice acting and especially lip syncing are more of a result of bad localization. A few things have changed when this game was ported to English-speaking countries. I'll explain those as we find them. By the way, Pixel, why the hell and how the hell were you climbing on the side of a castle?
Stop! That's not a toy, you know. Here, over here.
What the? Are you the one who just spoke?
Please, and you call yourself a graffitician?
Huh? A graffiti what?
Oh, great. You break the wand seal and you're not even a graffitician? Tell me you're joking.
Wand? You mean this?
But if you can use it, you obviously have the potential to be one.
What exactly do you use this for?
Oh, you'd like to know. I bet you'd really like to know, right? Well, okay. In your case, I'll tell you just
I
this
don't want to
once.
know that badly.
Oh, of course you do. It's okay. For you, I'll make an exception. Are you ready? This wand is the creator of graffiti. The graffiti wand.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not talking about the kind of graffiti you see every day. What I'm talking about is, how shall I put it?
Whoa, cool! The picture's alive!
Excuse me, would you kindly listen while I'm trying to explain instead of drawing away? Wait a minute.
Huh?
Huh? Restless and wayward, just like its creator.
Yeah, Pixel's a dick.
Hold on, is it?
Wasn't that door closed earlier?
Oops, sorry.
Oh, what have you done?
You've literally awakened Satan. Yeah, when you bring Satan to life, you know you've screwed up.
At last I'm free! Foolish humans, you lure them over and the next thing you know they break your seal for you. However, as a token of my appreciation, I will allow you to live just this once. I live and rule again! Appear my castle, the Devil's Palace! Gather my minions!
Okay, suddenly skipping. Well, he can sure make quick work of things.
What the? Huh?
Hey, you! Just how could you have done such a thing?
Oh, you're still here.
Oh, what a lovely welcoming. That devil was locked up, imprisoned, and now he's free because of you. Just how do you explain that, huh?
Time out. Weren't you the one who was so eager to show me how to use this wand?
Stop skipping.
Oh, how like a little girl of you to remember such details.
Nah, he's actually a boy,
For the
Pastel.
record, I go by the adorable name of Pastel.
Yeah, well, I go by the super cool name of Pixel myself.
Pixel? I'm sorry, that's the wrong name for you.
Well, look who's talking.
Anyway, I'll teach you how to use the wand now, so listen carefully.
Like I said, I don't really want to know. Whoa!
I said listen.
Okay. Sheesh.
Actually, I don't really feel like it. Just forget it.
Whoa, what do you mean?
Okay, just calm down. Look, I'll give you one of my special graffiti creatures instead. Here, stick this on.
Like this?
That's it. All you have to do now is transform into that creature.
Transform into a drawing? Ugh, thanks, but I'll pass.
Or maybe you'd like a paw swiping instead.
All right.
Okay, now we're all set to go.
Huh?
What do you mean, huh? We have to seal up that devil again. He's built himself quite a fortress, but that also means he'll be out of power for some time. Don't you see? This is our only chance to defeat him. And if we don't, the whole world's going to be overrun by his minions.
Will the castle return to normal if we defeat him?
Sure it will.
Whoa. I don't remember it skipping this much. Holy crap. So I just screwed up?
In that case, I I guess I can give it a shot.
That's the spirit. Now go! Go!
Last time I played through this game, some of the earlier cutscenes skipped, but they didn't do it that much. But the later cutscenes are absolutely fine, so don't worry about it. Although, to be honest, I can't really blame Pastel for confusing Pixel as a girl. Yeah. Pixel's the only character that happens to look rather feminine. At least he's called a prince. It's kind of clear. I'll say no. Alright. So, Graffiti Wand. If you try to attack the Graffiti Wand pressing square, you'll swipe and you can actually hit enemies and become them. Yay, fun stuff. Which also nets you their abilities. Now I've noticed that Spongy had a star under its name, or under its life bar. That meant that it had an ability that I don't have. And I received that ability by becoming that thing. And by going to a save point, I get my, each time you teleport, you, turn into something, it uses up all those little gems on your Graffiti Wand. Come back to a save point, restores that, as well as healing you, should you actually get hurt. So, if you haven't figured it out yet, the basis of this game is making creatures and playing as them. It's actually pretty freaking cool. There's just a lot of depth to it. Now, this, at the very beginning of the game, you have very, very little stuff to work with. It's actually pretty disappointing. But you see this thing, with its body, arm, and other such stuff.
Okay.
It's animated like this. And you can change the attacks, well, as well as voice and animation style of the various things you create. Now the reason I said that this also has elements of Pokemon is that all the different enemies in the game can actually be obtained as playable things. Either to play as them, or to, so you can either play as them, or simply modify their creation, or modify them into something that you want. Or to just look at them and learn how things are made in this game, because it takes a lot of practicing getting used to. So, this Rainbow Bear thing is actually, it's not really just some random starter creature, it's actually something that you can learn a lot from. You'll find if you try and make your own creatures that Rainbow Bear will do a ton more damage than most things you can create. It seems to be that the reason for that is, I haven't even entirely figured this out myself. I think it's because it has shorter, thicker limbs. Not entirely sure, to be honest. Look at that, I'm getting so much experience from these things too. You get way more experience from stuff earlier on in the game, oddly enough. Even though it takes less experience to level up. Oh, and now I just got a Spongy card, so now I can actually play as a Spongy. If I was to add that to... If I was to go into my collection box, I can either edit a Spongy or I can play as a Spongy. So, I've made a number of things myself. I'm not going to show all of them to you just yet. I'm going to show them to you as I unlock the various abilities that they have, for the most part. Yeah, I made that for Archeo at the beginning of the game because he wanted me to. And this is what Archeo made. And you know what? Screw everything. I'm playing as Archeo's thing, even though it's probably going to suck. And... just for those SpongeBob lovers of mine who watch my videos, I made a SpongeBob thing. Now he does have a number of attacks that, oh, he probably shouldn't have that jump. He has a number of abilities that not supposed to have yet in the game, because I made that, with an in-game file. So I'm just going to change a couple of his abilities. Yeah, these blue things, which are labeled down at the bottom as received attacks, those are attacks that you haven't unlocked yet. That you are using. Now I also noticed that yellow moves are labeled as strong attacks. It doesn't mean anything right now, don't worry about that, but I'll explain it later. And I don't really have anything to do with that jump thing, so... This SpongeBob was originally supposed to be based off of SpongeBob from Battle of Bikini Bottom. I gave him similar moves, but we don't have those moves yet, so I'm just going to try and make him play. Okay, his legs aren't going to do crap for damage. I really don't know what to do for that particular attack. Yeah, why not? Now, I would show how the Graffiti editor works and its basics right now, but I'm guessing you guys want to see some of the game, so I'm going to do that later. Something you will also find out, different creatures have different run speeds. This thing, for example, runs really friggin' fast. And there are things that have different jump heights. I don't know why there's a yes on the side of this thing, okay? Ask RKO. Holy crap, that's a lot of height this thing gets. This was made, like, at the very beginning of the game, too. That's impressive. That's a stomp attack that, I think I actually got from a Spongy. I don't know what moveset this thing has. This is another card we can use. It's basically a stone golem. I believe it's called golem. Anyways, I probably won't play as the SpongeBob thing all that much because I absolutely despise its primary spin attack. I really don't like spin attacks in this game. Yes, sir. Hi. So I'm not going to be trying to collect all of the and I don't like tackle attacks either. I don't like slow attacks in this game. And both of those attacks are that. Why can't I hit this freaking Gresser? This tackle isn't hitting anything. Oh, because he's too low. That's why. The hitboxes are calculated in a weird way in this game. Alright, just go die. Yay! So, when you level up, three things happen. One, you get healed. Two, your energy and health get increased. The energy is that blue bar up in the top left. That decreases when I use some kind of move. And if it runs out, I won't be able to use any moves until it replenishes adequately. As you can see, this spin attack uses a lot of it, for example. And I just now realized I never put any holes on the top of SpongeBob's head. That looks kind of awkward. Hi, Dirtum. So this isn't going to be a 100% playthrough or anything like that. I'm not going to be trying to get all of the cards. Oh, defense. Yay. Out. When you're using defense, anything that tries to attack you will get stunned. But when you're using defense, your your energy is continually drained. And more cards. Enemies later in the game, in particular, have really low drop rates of their cards. And it would be a huge pain to actually try to get all the cards. So I'm not going to try to get the cards or anything. But at the same time, I will try to get the different abilities, just because it's beneficial too. And it's not much of a pain in the ass to do that either. I'll admit, I actually have still used the Rainbow Bear, and a modified version of it, but I still use the Rainbow Bear on my main file that I 100% the game with. Jerk. I love those giant platinum things. You see them so rarely in the game later on. Give you so much experience. Go! Ouch. Go away. If you get damaged a certain amount of, a certain number of times within a short enough period of time, and this applies to enemies as well, you'll fall over. which normally is just a nuisance, but it can actually become even more annoying in certain cases that we'll find out later on. You know, that face looks a lot less creepy than I thought it would on this particular SpongeBob creature. But yes, I have a number of things I've created in this game. I intend to make many more. Oh. Hi. Go away. And the card. Now, in place of this sun spinner right here, this one that I'm right now punching with whatever appendage that happens to be, I really don't know. Ouch! Some of the higher pitched voices in this game are so annoying. I'm getting to regret trying to play as the thing that RKO made. But yeah, see what happened there was I got hit too many times a particular period of time and got knocked over. Thankfully you have plenty of immersive invincibility in this game, when you get hit by those kinds of things. By the way, if you think my jump height is pitiful, you will be happy to find out that later on we do actually get better jumping abilities. And actually, I am going to at one point return to this level because on subsequent playthroughs of this area, you can actually find a creature that has a really good jumping ability. Alright. See if I need like my sponge part to touch something if I want to hit it with that body slam attack. If I try to hit it with, if I only have my pants touch something, it won't actually hurt the enemy. Because the part that's actually doing the attack is the yellow spongy bits. Actually, something I forgot. I believe, for some reason, if you decide to just like go screw everything and punch a few trees in this level, there we go. You can find a couple of beetle enemies. Finding rare enemies is actually a really good way to get abilities early. Or in some cases, get abilities they won't be able to get otherwise at all. Oh, what? I got some kind of function. Yes, there are actually tutorials, as it said right there, you can use to learn about... For every single function you get, actually, in the... Not function, but every single new major ability you get to use in the graffiti editor as you unlock new graffiti things, like the pattern pin, which lets you draw on stuff. You will get a tutorial. Now, I'm not going to show the main tutorial because it's really long, really generic, but I'll show some of the smaller tutorials just to show off what this game has to offer. They're short, though, so don't worry about it. About them being long, boring bits. So, you can give different things, different polygons, different shapes. Different shapes. Well, yes, you can. Different functions. You unlock more functions as time goes on. In this case, you start off with motionless, arm, and leg. Motionless just does nothing. But arms and legs, well, function as arms and legs. Yeah, you might have seen earlier that I unlocked this thing called Curve. That's a soft body part that will actually flap around and whatnot. I'll show you an example of a curve part soon, actually. SpongeBob's tie is actually a curve part. I'll save the power and pen tutorial for later because I'm guessing you guys won't want to watch lots of tutorials in a row. This is pretty much just a tutorial for drawing things, actually, not much of a, how to make arms and legs. But this is pretty much how drawing things works in this game. Now, you will get many abilities later on that I will show that allow you to make things that look way better a lot more easily. Like that SpongeBob that I made. You might have noticed looked a little bit better than this does, if only marginally, because just like this, it is in fact a square thing with arms and legs. I'm not sure why it's telling us how to use thickness in the arms and legs tutorial, but oh well. And you can make rounder shapes, as you've seen, than the things that they're making here. Some of the abilities that you unlock later on in the Graffiti editor are things that you should probably... Man, this is a long tutorial, longer than I thought. Are probably things that you should have had already, like the undo and redo functions, but... still nice, I guess. As well as advanced color editors. Yeah, this isn't an arms and legs tutorial, this is a lot of things.
Are you sure you want to delete that?
I was gonna give my own little short tutorial on how this game's Graffiti editor works, in place of the longer, normal one, but this pretty much did that for me, I suppose.
Are you sure you want to delete that?
Yeah, slinging the body is... You don't want to screw up the body, because that's the cornerstone of everything. And if you don't like the shape of it, you literally just have to remake the entire creature. There are some weird ways you can cover it up later on, with later abilities you unlock, but that aside, ugh. So this thing right here, this tie is labeled curve. Do I have any certain... I think I have some... Yeah, I have some body parts I don't have unlocked yet. That charge thing.
What will you choose?
Yeah, so right now I only have leg, arm, and curve. So I'll show you what curve does real quick, and then we'll end off the episode.
Okay, I'll close this.
The awkward, fast-paced first episode where I tried to fit in lots of stuff. Alright, so see that tie? That actually like flaps around and whatnot? That's what curve does. It's soft-bodied. It'll actually, well, move. Better examples of it are like flowing hair and whatnot, or capes. But I don't really have any examples to show you. Anyhow, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Let's Play Graffiti Kingdom, where we actually make a little bit more progress and have some story-related things happening. See you guys.